Sweetheart, do we have a mold problem?
No. Fact. Richie. It's under control. Where we'd have mold, it would collapse when I go like this.
When they doing construction, they found like the mold problem, and it became like a total surprise expense.
What was that?
Oh, I fell through a wall. Good morning.
We doing our construction. Our pipes is not draining the way that the city wants them to drain. Our walls, we had like rock behind our walls, but we had to redo the whole thing over there.
We have equipment that works. That's a great start, everybody.
We just want to make it a place that people come, hang out, enjoy some good food, and have a good time. This leads right into the main dining room, which is the area that we're in right now. This part of this section will have
like 42?
Yeah, 42 seats. My name is DeAndre Carter, and I'm the chef owner of Soul and Smoke. My grandma was old school, so she'd wake up super early, and I was the type of kid, you know, I just love being around my grandma. So when she get up in the morning, I get up in the morning. And when I get up in the morning, I get to try all the things. She would be making, you know, gumbo. She'd be making peach cobbler. Rodolfo was making a house-made cornbread, which is one of our popular sellers. My grandma, she would make the meal for the family that's living in the house. But then like my aunties and my uncles and my cousins, they'd just like come over and just like make a plate. Food was the center of like my family growing up. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. For a long period of time, I feel like the south side was just like separated from the rest of the world, you know. It felt like you felt overlooked, and I never forgot that during my journey. When the pandemic happened, we had an opportunity to feed underprivileged people in different neighborhoods. So we partnered up with the World Central Kitchen, the Charter Project, and the Avid Community Foundation, and we was doing like over 1,000 meals a day. We did almost like 250,000 meals total.
The big conversation was the schools were going to close and how are we going to feed the kids? And I was like, oh man, we have all the stuff from this camp tasting, like we could feed the kids. Like that is something that we can do. So we started feeding the community. We opened our doors and it was very instant.
We drafted a quick term sheet.
You know, I'm always the one that's keeping everything on time and on track and making sure our budgets aren't blown.
Drywall, the demo, the brick.
We need more money.
We need a project manager.
I'm always keeping DeAndre on task and on target. When we first were reviewed by the Tribune, our ticket machine didn't stop. It was unlike anything I've ever seen.
I'm doing them in 5, basically. I'm gonna order them in 5.
Everything, fire everything.
And this was literally where we would run out of food and turn it off, and we would have it off for a day and a half and turn it back on, and the tickets would just start printing again.
We're firing 76 beefs, 34 chickens, okay?
And it was complete pandemonium. I'm sure we made lots of people mad with wait times and things like that. It was absolutely nuts. You know, if you're in food, you're passionate about food, you're passionate about wine, you're passionate about service. And there's always something that happens in restaurants. For us at Soul and Smoke, when we have problems, like we know we're gonna have them. You know, we're gonna wake up every morning, someone's calling off, some walk-in's breaking, you know, something's gonna happen. And for us personally, like we've learned to deal with it, where we're just gonna deal with it and take it in stride and smile about it.
Every couple hours I come down and pretty much glaze up the meat, making sure they're not getting too dry. These babies looking like candy.
We're gonna start operating like a French brigade. There's gonna be a chain of command.
Carmy, man, he take great pride in it's like, you trying to like make this dream come true, right? But it's like a lot of like reality that's in like making a dream come true. You know, I was a chef and Heather was a son. We wasn't like business owners in the past. You know, we just had a dream and a vision, you know, and we gotta figure out the rest of that stuff along the way to like make everything come to life. Those things that I learned at Moto and those ingredients that I got introduced to, I'm doing that with Soul and Smoke on a whole different level. That's why I'm getting, you know, grits from South Carolina. So these are savory rosemary grits. We use an Argentinian red shrimp that I like to cook inside the sauce. That's why, you know, we got Carolina Gold rice and prime brisket and Duroc rib tips. It's like an emotional connection with your team, with your community, with the product that you're serving, the details, you know, and you're trying to do it, you know, you're trying to do it the best you can, you know, with little finances as possible, but you don't let anything stop you. And I think that's what I saw in there. They didn't let anything stop them from opening that restaurant. And we won't let anything stop us from opening ours either, you know.